Hey guys, what's up? It's Lex. And this week we don't have a topic for quirk stuff, so I get to talk about whatever I want basically. And I chose to talk about American Sign Language, ASL, because I've been learning it lately, teaching myself and my cousin how to speak in ASL, and it's been really fun, and I'm currently obsessed with it. So basically, I started watching a show called Switch at Birth when I was in 7th or 8th grade. And I basically fell in love with sign language. And from then on, I've been trying to learn little by little through the show. And I haven't really learned a lot. So most recently, because college is coming back up and I'm unable to yet again take American Sign Language classes due to the fact that I'm not able to attend classes on campus because of transportation. I take classes online and they don't have ASL classes online because you kind of have to be able to see what you're doing, what you're learning. Anyway, my cousin and I have been learning a lot via the internet. In fact, just to show an example, these are all the flashcards that we have made as of yet for signs. These are the ones that we know. These are the ones that we don't know. So we need to practice these more and we need to find out what these ones are. I've actually created a deaf character for Dungeons and Dragons. To any deaf or hard of hearing people who are watching this video, is there a sign for Dungeons and Dragons? Because I know I looked it up online on Tumblr and Google and YouTube, and I found that D&D is already assigned for something. I don't remember what it was, but it was for something. So I can't exactly use that for Dungeons and Dragons. If there's a sign for it, leave a comment down below. I created a character for Dungeons and Dragons who is deaf, and her name is Davy. Yes, she is a Dhampir. Dhampir. And she knows DROW, Drow sign language. Davy's mom is human and she's deaf. But Davy's dad is a vampire and he's hearing. But he has a friend who is a DROW who knows DROW sign language. And he got his friend to teach Davy's mom how to sign. So when Davy was born and she realized that Davy was deaf, then she taught Davy how to sign. And but Davy's dad isn't in the picture anymore because he's a Dreadblood vampire, and Davy's mom was like, "You're dangerous and you're a monster, so I'm gonna make sure that you stay away from the baby because I don't want her to end up like you," basically. I mean, she didn't say that to him. She just left. Eventually, later on in life, when he comes back looking for her, then he's gonna realize, holy shit, I'm a dad. And then, yeah, it's wild. For Dungeons and Dragons, I have a lot of characters. I have a character named Shadow, SHADOW, and a character named Fox, FOX, and a character named Rose, ROSE, and a character named Rover, ROVER, and Davy. So I have 5 characters. However, I've only used 3 of them because I have 2 of them in one campaign, Shadow and Fox in one campaign, and then I have Rover in another. So I created ROSE to be Fox's girlfriend, and then I created Davy just because I felt like it. Actually, I'm hoping to write a book featuring all my characters. So if I do that, anyone in the deaf culture, can you tell me if that's okay? If I'm allowed to write a deaf person into my book, even though I'm hearing. A lot of the things that I've read on Tumblr mention that it's not the best idea, but the examples that they give as to why it's not a good idea are meant for modern day, and the story that I'd be writing would be in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So stuff like visits to the audiologist would not be a part of the game or the book, this book. I mean, I could have Davy make visits to like a herbalist, some type of doctor, a doctor that is in the D&D world. But I don't know how that would work out. I have plenty of ideas for characters, like treating Davy differently just because she's deaf and then her calling them out on it. For example, let's say I have all of them together. Then they're trying to communicate. Davy is signing to Shadow because as of right now, Shadow's the only one that knows Drow Sign Language. So Davy would be signing to Shadow, and then Shadow would be telling the rest of the group what she's saying, and the rest of the group would pipe up, and everyone would be talking at once, and Davy would be like, whoa, 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 slow down, like in Drow Sign Language, and then Fox, she's the one that's like a bitch. She would probably be the one that's like, she shouldn't be a part of the team because she's deaf, and we can't communicate with her because she can't hear us, or I don't know. Fox would say something that's like really messed up and not nice at all because she's just that type of person. I mean, obviously eventually she'll like probably learn, but she has no interest in learning Drow Sign Language as of right now, which is realistic basically, kind of, because people in real life, if they meet a deaf person, they're not going to automatically be like, oh, let's learn sign language so we can talk to them. That's not what always happens. Like in Switched at Birth, Travis, Travis, his family is hearing, but he's deaf, and they don't know signing. They just chose not to learn, I guess, and that's really fucked up, but that's what happens sometimes. And whereas other families choose to learn. So it really like depends on the person, I guess. I don't even know where I'm going with this. So I think I do pretty good writing her character, even if she's deaf and I'm hearing. I know I don't understand the deaf and hard of hearing struggles and how society treats them differently, because society is like, oh, you're deaf, you're disabled, you're different, whatever, even though that's not true. Literally the only difference between deaf and hard of hearing people and hearing people is that they can't hear as well or at all, and literally that's the only difference. This video is kind of all over the place, and I just talked about American Sign Language and Dungeons and Dragons, and that's it. That's pretty much all that's been on my mind lately. That's what I've been up to lately, so it's all that's been on my mind. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and comment down below if my signing was good or bad if you sign. Comment if you think that it's okay for me to write a deaf character or not, and Also comment if there is a sign for Dungeons and Dragons, please. Please. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Love you guys.